Well, things we've got right now are fine. I mean, we're finishing up. It'll be too late anyway.
Good evening, guys. Today we're going to be talking about why you didn't see it sooner. One of the most painful questions people ask themselves is, how did I not see this sooner? I want to start here. You didn't miss it. You weren't naive. You weren't ignoring things. You were working with the information you had at the time. And people that are wanting to essentially disguise themselves, or people that don't want to give others the full information, have ways of doing that. So if you think that it's all your fault, it absolutely is not. You did and used what you had at the time. And it's very likely that that person knew exactly what they were doing. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Buffy. I'm a women's lifestyle creator on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I also have 2 podcasts. One is Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. Hey, Christina. And hey, Liam. And we deal with psychology stuff. It is housed on YouTube. And then I also have a true crime podcast called Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion. I'm an almost 18-year criminal defense attorney, so I go into true crime. If you're interested in that, feel free to check it out. Thank you all for tuning in. It means a lot to me, for sure. Just wanted to say thank you. I know you all don't know me. I tend to go live at TikTok live at noon Eastern, and then do YouTube live at 12:30. So I'm a little late, but hey. And then Instagram live at 1 p.m. Eastern. So, but don't beat yourself up too much, because ultimately they gave you the information that they wanted you to see for a certain result, right? And you were working with the information you had at the time. Let's talk about the real reason. Awareness isn't just about what's happening. It's about what you're able to process. And sometimes we're not able to see things until our heart and our mind are ready for it. Because before you're ready, someone can give you all the information in the world about something, and you may not be ready to see it. So you may still see the way that they're presenting themselves in a different way than somebody else might. And that's okay, because we're all different. I've had moments where I should have seen things and I didn't. and I beat myself up over it. And guess what? Ultimately, it didn't do any good, right? Because we still experience that hurt, we still experience that pain, and we beat ourselves up for something that we had really no control over ultimately. So it's a lot about emotional readiness, and emotional readiness can be the ability to know that something isn't really working and to be able to face it at the time rather than being upset or any number of things. For instance, I had a friend of 15 years who was super encouraging of me until she wasn't. And our relationship broke down because she continued to start insulting me and giving me tips and pointers when she had no idea what was going on in my life. And the negativity and the meanness, like I had never seen that before. And I tell you, I felt physical pain as a result of her talking to, right? Or her talking down to me. And I had never, ever seen her like that, ever, you know? So the problem with that is you deal with that and you're like, oh my goodness, like I never saw that side of her. I never saw. And then I had another friend say, you know what? She's actually a big user. Like she was constantly using you and taking things from you, but never giving anything back. And you look back and you're like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like what was I thinking? Like, why was I allowing her to do this? Thank you. I appreciate it, Liam. But yeah, so you can sometimes not be ready to see the things until it literally confronts you and you have to address it. And I will say, I mean, I did have some somatic symptoms in that. I mean, 15-year friendship, and then you start wondering, you're like, how many other frenemies do I have around me? Which is a typical normal reaction, right? As well as nervous system protection, because you literally, from that moment, just feel off balance. You feel like everything that you thought you knew, you actually don't know. And it can be frustrating and disheartening and sad, like just really sad. But ultimately, you can't lose a friend that wasn't your friend in the first place. And ultimately, it's better to find out sooner rather than later. Have I talked to her since? Absolutely not. And that's okay, you know? The other thing too is your brain filters out what you're not yet ready to fully understand yet because it protects us, right? And so let's talk about the timing of awareness. People think awareness should happen immediately, but it doesn't, right? Because again, it's dealing with our bodies, our minds, what we're ready to process. Awareness arrives when you're able to survive what it means. Because before then, it would be too much, right? Some people can do that, some people can't, right? So let's talk about reframing the past. They didn't suddenly change, right? You're seeing them more clearly now because you are looking for the inconsistencies, especially after you've had a moment of betrayal, after you've had some pain that you've dealt with. That's what's happened. And once you see that, that is the moment that everything starts making sense. The things that didn't make sense at the time now make sense now, right? The clarity feels sudden, but the pattern usually wasn't. So if you go back and look at maybe conversations, maybe where they've been nasty with you or rude to you for whatever reason, it starts lining up with their MO and their character and them doing little jabs at you where they were like, oh, I was joking, or why are you being so sensitive? Or, you know, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm not understanding what your deal is, right? Has anyone ever had something suddenly make sense in hindsight? I know a lot of us do, especially probably right before you lay down at night and you're like, oh my goodness, this is why this happened. Now it makes perfect sense, right? That moment isn't proof that you failed. It's proof that you've grown enough to see what's actually there, right? And so ultimately, you're doing the best you can do. Don't beat yourself up. It was them who wasn't being the true person that they needed to be, right? And that's truly the thing. I mean, you can't gauge everyone. You know, there's a lot of people who are hidden frenemies that we don't know about, unfortunately, but we just do the best we can, you know, ultimately. So I just want to say thank you all for tuning in, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I just want to say, feel free to check me out another time, and feel free to like and subscribe. Hello. And hopefully you'll come back and see me again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.